Welcome to my channel. This is Mesmerized B. Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications so you'll be notified every time that I drop that new content, that new content. And within this podcast today, we're just going to be talking about, in general, starting a business. What are your main thoughts when you think of starting a business? I'm going to give you a little bit of my main thoughts about starting a business, the things that I've been through with starting a business. And, let's just talk today a little bit. So, first and foremost, I always thought starting a business, it was going to be a breeze. I was looking more at like the money portion of it, or I was looking more of like the clout portion of it. And I wasn't really thinking about the hard work, the grind, the actual ambition that you have to have, the sleepless nights of your business that you have to have for it to be successful. Many different things. Networking. You definitely have to network. Sometimes I'll always hear and I will always say to other people, it's who you know, not what you know. So with starting my business, I have a cosmetic business. It is www.mesmerizedminksandmore.com. And at first I started off with just mesmerized minks. And I was selling eyelashes, I was selling eyelash brushes, mascaras, eyeliners. I had the eyelash washer machines. I had the suitcases to put your eyelashes in, all kind of cases and covers, and I was super excited about it. Still love my business to this day, but I didn't realize the actual hard work that it was. First and foremost, before you start a business, you have to set up the LLC. So I started the LLC. I went to LegalZoom. That's a good resource for you to go. There's plenty more, I'm sure of. And you have to make sure that your business name is not taken with anyone else's, or is not being used, perhaps to say, by anyone else in the state. So they checked that for you. Thank God mine wasn't used, because I just love that name. I just felt like that was the name for my business. That's what I wanted to do. So I got that squared away as far as the EIN number, taxes, the business portion of my business. I got that all settled and put together. Then I had to go on to building a website. So I built the website on Shopify, where if you're doing this yourself, you have to actually really build the website from ground up. You have to pick your theme. They have customized themes, which are free. Then they have some where you can pay. But you have to pick your theme, and you have to do everything from the header to the footer, the middle of it. You got to think of things that will pop out to other people, that will actually be entertaining, or that will be actually something to look at on why they would want to stay on your website, let alone shop on your website. I mean, these were all things that I took into effect, but I did not know starting out. Also, I would say you have to put money into a business to receive money out of it. Now, I see a lot of videos, people are talking about, I started this business off of $20. Yes, you can start a business, but to continue to have that business grow, I truly do believe, which is just my opinion, that you have to put some money into it. Because I actually had someone design my website, because my thoughts, my vision might not be what actually is needed in today's society, or what's going to get my business to grow, what's going to get my business to expand, or what's going to get my products to go viral. I might need a second opinion. You always have a vision on what you want your business to be, but a second opinion is never going to hurt. So I definitely wanted the pop-ups on my website to say, 10% off, or, the pop-up spin wheel for a discount, or more percentage off. So I had to pay for someone to do that. It wasn't something I was able to do myself. You can do it, but it's very time consuming, and you want to make sure that you do it right. You just don't want to throw something together. So that's just the beginning of the business. Then you have to think about networking. You have to think about, who do I know, who's going to buy it, what is appealing to other people. Is what I have on my website something that somebody wants to buy? Like, if I clicked on my own website, is that materials or merchandise that people would want to purchase? Then on top of that, when you're thinking about people purchasing things, you have to think about shipping. you have to think about the actual revenue that you're going to make. Are you cutting yourself off where you're not actually making anything, you don't have any profit, or are you actually excelling from that product and making something from it? Like, it's just so much. So I had to think about, how much does this weigh? How much is shipping going to be? Is this going to be something that benefits me, or am I just really packaging stuff up and recycling the money to buy more products? On top of that, talking about recycling things and buying more products, you have to find a vendor. Those vendors, it costs to ship over states. Like, you might find a wholesale vendor for eyelashes, in which I was doing, and it might be $100, but it's going to take $60 to ship it from China. So once again, you have to dish money out to get it back in return. Um, it's so much that I just would never think of, because all I was thinking about was making cute products, have a brand name, say that I'm a business owner, I'm a CEO, and not really think of about the background of being a CEO, or what they have to put into it to be a CEO. This is nothing that I thought about as being a business owner, as being an early entrepreneur, as being a beginner and a starter. Now that I have a little bit more insight on it, I realize that when somebody says they're a CEO, or if somebody says this is my brand, this is my company, I know now that it is way more difficult for them, rather than just seeing like, oh, they're making a lot of sales. They have to make sure that they can please the customers, that they have what the customers need, that they have to deal with what happened if something goes wrong within the packaging, what happened if they didn't receive anything, what happened if they need a return, all those many different things. But back onto the topic of when I started, I realized when I was selling eyelashes and mascaras and stuff, this wasn't profitable business. Now it can be, but starting off it was extremely hard. So this is when I changed the name from Mesmerized Minx to Mesmerized Minx and More, because I decided that I needed more. I needed to turn this into a boutique. I needed to turn this into fashion, accessories, sunglasses and belts and clothes and eyelashes. I want my company to be one stop shop where you can come to the website, you can get everything that you need. Once again, that website is www.mesmerizedminxmore.com. And when you come there, you can get lip gloss, eyelashes, clothes, sunglasses, belts, pocketbooks, everything that you need. It will take time, and I'm building my brand, but I just want everyone to know, I just felt like I need to come on here, talk to beginners, let you know that yes, starting a business is excellent. Keeping the business is what's hard. Actually excelling, it is rewarding once you do it. Once you network and once you succeed, that is rewarding, because you will know how hard you put everything into your business, and that's what makes it even more rewarding. But that just gives you a little insight, a little brief detail on the business. I can definitely do more series of this, more things that I've learned, more examples, more do's and don'ts on starting a business, but this is just a little front street. This is just a little beginning video on it. Join the podcast, subscribe, let's grow together. And thank you for joining Mesmerized B. Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications, tune in for another podcast, because we're going to grow together. I have some stories to tell, and I'm sure that you can comment down below and tell me the names of your businesses. Tell me what you want to start. Tell me any problems that you ran into when you were starting that business.